So Monsters in the Closet, I decided also too to just blow the whistle on how the industry is. It's trash, and not trash. Some of it is very good. Some of it is awesome. We live well. We get to be in our craft. We get to connect with our fans. It's music. But the bridge, quote unquote, no pun intended, the bridge says, and I can't sit here and be quiet about how shit really be.
We sound crazy.
Got for me, put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight bubbles, violent in the place to be.
Welcome to another week of We Sound Crazy. Your boy Billionaire's in the building. We still in the ATL. What up?
Claude Kelly in the building. What's good, y'all?
What's up? Chuck Harmony is in the building.
Bacon for Making in the building. What's going on, y'all?
Nothing, man.
I'm feeling great. I'm sitting next to my favorite people.
Yeah.
I heard some good vocals over
Right.
there.
Already.
Some good vocals.
Some great vocals over there.
Yeah, man.
Singer, songwriter,
Oh, yes.
entrepreneur, philanthropist,
Actress.
mother, wife, actress.
All of it.
All of the above. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Syleena Johnson's in the building.
Off camera, Timon
Baby.
was like, I just love to hear Syleena Johnson
She
cuss.
a good old cuss.
Oh, well, is this censored? Because we going to have a good time.
It just hits you deep in your soul.
Unless she's cussing at you.
But the thing is, she's a cussing professional. Remember, that was the name
Correct.
of the episode. One of our very first episodes. We're past the 100 mark now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's a lot.
Thanks to you.
Thanks to
You believed early. You were
I
like,
did,
Yeah.
of course.
And the first to put us on television.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, remember you were on the Sister Circle.
Yep.
You would capture some of the footage and you
right.
put it on the show.
That's
Yeah.
correct. And look at God.
Look
Look
at
at
God.
the Lord.
Won't he do it?
So what's been going on? I've been hearing new singles and all kind of stuff happening.
Child, God has been good.
Yes, Lord.
But I am 47. And I figured it out
You finally figured it
on
out.
the tour. So I just got off of the City Winery tour, like another run of City Wineries. I do them every year, like once a year.
Mm-hmm.
And baby, when I tell you, my knees ain't the same and I'm just not the same, So I've been really tired. Like I haven't been able to get a hold of myself and I haven't been able to, be in a right regimen for my fitness and health and wellness. So that's something I've been struggling with, but in the midst of, I still, God is good. I've still been able to release 2 singles off the Legacy album that's coming.
Yeah.
Inspired by my dad, Syl Johnson, the late great Syl Johnson.
Yep.
So I just released Black Balloons.
Yeah.
The first
Love it.
one was Monsters in the Closet. But Black Balloons is actually doing really well.
That's good.
Awesome.
Out of nowhere, thank you. So it's big coming from you. No, really, because you guys are top tier. So
Thank you.
but it is doing well. I'm going to do a radio run.
Ooh.
I know that phase.
Phil.
I know that phase.
It's a grind. It's a grind.
But I just, normally I don't. I usually just grassroots try to see if I can do a social media push strong enough.
Yeah.
Or normally I'm either in some type of television setting that can help push and promote. But my sister and I, we really believe in Black Balloon. And because my father is part of it, I think, I just feel like it's a special project and I feel like it's going to really go. And the really cool thing about this album is that every single song is a sample. So my dad was one of the most sampled artists of all time, over 1,000 times sampled, right? And so I'm like, so now, he gave us the estate. So we own,
All this
we
stuff,
have, right. So now I can just have free reign. And when I'm talking to producers, they're like, what? I can sample any song I want. I'm like, yeah, just go in and turn up.
That's a gift.
And then it's not going to be any drama. There's not going to be any, we can't clear. It won't be any of that because you
It's
come
y'all
back
saying
to
it.
the state.
That's good.
So I'm going to sample my dad and, in Black Balloons. You hear him going, oh, Black Balloon.
Yeah.
So that's the basis of the project. I'm going to be like communicating with him in the project because I'm a talk show host.
I love that.
So I'm going to ask him questions and he's going to be talking back to me through, different footage that we have that we just have in our phones from him talking, and then like interviews and stuff that he did, and just kind of see if we can not bring him back to life because that's creepy, but kind of extend the life of his legacy and music through this album.
It's got to be emotional too, though, at the same time to go through it.
It is. It's really tough. And, my dad was 85. So normally people be like, oh, okay, well, he lived along a good life, right? But in the music business, when you get to 85, if you're blessed to get to 85, first of all, my Uncle Jimmy passed a week before him, who is also a blues Hall of Famer. He was 91. He was sick too, but then my father, he died January 31st. My father died February 6th on Kingston's birthday, which was crazy because then I had to get up in the morning and do a birthday party. Wow. But anyway, because my dad went through so much, I can curse, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, good. Because my dad went through so much bullshit in the music business, the run of the mill bullshit that we all know. But it was a lot more. It was stronger because there was racism attached to it. You know what I'm saying? So my dad and just racism and just dirty shit going on behind the scenes. So my dad was kind of broken, and and so when he passed, he was suffering from some different mental anguishes and depression. Yeah. So that hit me really hard. Like, I don't want to be not like sorry for my dad, because we didn't have the best relationship all the time. But when I saw him so sick and brittle like that, because we were with him all the way down to his last days, it really broke my heart. And I feel like I had secondhand trauma from the things that he had gone through in the music business, because I too
in the music business
and go through the same type of fuck shit that be going on.
You want to break that curse.
Correct. And how do you break a curse, a generational curse, when your parents didn't know how to break it off of you? So who teaches you that? You go to church, you learn about it, but do you really know the process of how to do it? The only thing I know how to do is to speak it, because if we have power in the tongue, to kind of speak it off my kids. And, oh no, I did that already. We're not doing that, devil, in the name, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of speak it off of my kids, and I make it plain to them that we're not doing this. You're not going to be underrated. You're not going to be, people will know you. God will elevate. That's the only thing I know to do.
You have to empower.
Correct. But it hit me worse because, one, I lost my father twice. So I lost you going into the music business. I lost a mentor, you know what I'm saying? And then I lost my father in life, in real life. So I had to mourn him twice, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So but I felt like I can heal this way by creating records with him. Then I built a studio in my house called Legacy, and it's all his plaques. It's just really, his ashes are in there, and I'm recording the album out of his guitars on the wall. Like, all his stuff is in there. I can feel his presence, because that's the one thing he wanted me to have, was my own studio. So I built a studio, and I'm just hoping that it will be more therapeutic.
I think it will.
In terms of painful. I mean, it was painful when I started recording. I was crying. I couldn't get through songs. It was nuts. But, now that time has passed, I feel a little bit more in a celebratory type of mindset when it comes to him. So
it gives like the kind of like Natalie Cole.
Yeah, this reminds me. Yeah, when it makes me think of the unforgettable, the Natalie Cole, Nat King Cole. What made you decide to go this direction and honor your father in this way? What was that defining moment?
Because I know that my father, first of all, this was my way of healing the relationship between him and I, but he's not here. So that's a big lesson. Like, even though I'm sitting next to him when he was at this point, like at his last moments, the last thing he said to me was beautiful, because my sister's a nurse, and so she was his caretaker. And he had Music Choice playing, and Any Way the Wind Blows, which is one of his songs, was playing, and I was just singing Any Way the Wind Blows. Next to him was Cool with Me. And then he looked and went, beautiful. And then that was the last words he said. That's the last words I heard him say. I was sitting next to him. I couldn't say, I forgive you, I'm sorry. But I still said it anyway, out loud. I don't know if he heard me. I don't know if he knows. But I feel like he did. But even though I don't know for certain, the way for me to heal through this is to honor my father through music. You know what I'm saying? He was really, 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 and even though my father was off the chain, my father was off the chain.
Off the chain.
He was off
I will
the
never
chain.
forget him. We filmed with him during our R&B Divas.
Yeah.
I will never forget.
He was,
I will never forget.
but he was a man's man. So like, men loved him, and they would have the best time with him. He just didn't do well with women too good. But even though we didn't have, the relationship that we should have had, my father is off the chain. He is, but he's a human being, and when you see people in their weakest state, you can understand that you need to humble yourself to life, to life, to living and dying.
Yeah.
That's a real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's one thing we all have to go through.
The name of the record is Legacy, right?
The album, correct?
Album.
Yes.
When you sit back, because I've always appreciated when you covered your dad's music, like the We Did It record on the Rebirth of Soul.
Yeah, it took a hold.
Yes,
Thank
all that. But when you sit back and if you have to like sit in front of somebody and talk about your dad, like how do you sum up your dad's legacy in maybe a phrase or a word that encapsulates everything that he was able to contribute to what we know as
Fighter.
wow.
Fighter. And I don't mean that in a good way and a bad way. Fighter, meaning my dad was creating and doing things with music all the way until he left this earth. My Uncle Jimmy had played on live on Christmas at 91, and then passed away July 31st.
Yeah.
So fighter, and also fighter in the good sense, where it's like, if my father is fought till he was 85, I ain't really in the place where I can complain too much anymore. And I really learned in these moments of just thinking of him and reminiscing of him is you have to stay focused on the music. You have to stay focused on the gift. Yes, it's off the chain. The music business is the fool. It is trash. The people are crazy. All of they want you to pay your way into the industry. All of those things are true. There's a gatekeeper, of course.
Yeah.
But that's with everything. That's what all the jobs, the music business is worse because I believe it's the devil's playground, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But beyond that, you have to stick to keep the main thing. That's the music.
Yeah.
The music. You fight for the gift.
Yes.
Because it's really not your gift.
It's really not. It's
God
unknown.
gave it to you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you fight and focus there and you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying?
That's good advice to every artist,
man.
especially new ones. They're like, how do I get in the business? Or how do I maintain? Focus on the music.
Focus on the music and believe. Don't let nobody tell you that your music is trash. It's not good enough. It ain't ready for that. Just focus. Sure, it may need work in this area. It may need work in this area. But don't listen to people that tell you to stop doing it.
Yeah. Right.
Had you all listened to people, oh, y'all got a podcast? What y'all doing that for? Y'all all professionals? Y'all all, why would y'all do that?
Said it, told
Well, because God said to do it. And so you're here, you're doing it, and here you are past 100 episodes. You see what I'm saying? So you have to just, if I would have quit, people are now calling me, when I'm places, legendary Syleena Johnson, I'd be like,
Who?
you say what now? Legendary. And I'm like, well, I guess I am. I mean, how old am I now? I've been in this 30 years. I guess you can. Yeah. I'm still ticking. It's a lot of people that they ain't making.
No. When you're in it, the baby steps are hard and you can't see the bigger picture. And then you look up and you're like, legend?
I'm like,
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Sure. After all the hard work, you better take it.
Let me tell you something. You at least owe me that.
At least.
At least.
A proper intro.
At
You feel me?
least.
At least.
Sick of it.
We sound crazy.
Just keep rising to the top like a balloon.
Black Balloon, the new single from our special guest this week, Syleena Johnson with her father, Syl Johnson.
Syl Johnson, yes.
Yo, you're one of the only people. It started playing there, and I couldn't tell if it was a record or if it was you next to me because your voice is that solid every single time you speak and sing. It's not like I gotta get to it. Nah, it's just it's just such a signature tone.
Thank you.
I love your voice.
Thank you so much.
So we love your voice, and it makes me think of one of my favorite segments here.
What's that?
Take it to the bridge.
Take
it to the bridge.
Wait a minute.
So so many iconic bridges on different songs over the years. And so how we do it, we do a finish the line version of Take It to the Bridge. So we'll play a song,
Oh God.
the bridge,
Okay then.
The bridge.
and then we're going to stop it at a certain point, and you take it from there. Or not.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay, child. Hey. Hey.
Bridge.
Your arms around me. You put your arms around me. I can't resist the sweet surrender. And on my nights so warm and tender, staring to each other's eyes. And what we see is no surprise. Got a feeling most would treasure.
Here we go.
And a love so deep we cannot measure. Nobody
Come on.
can make me feel this way. Feel this way.
Come on, Selena.
Yeah.
She says the mic is forever
It's
on.
on.
Yeah. Play
It's
games.
on.
All right, so there's a point for Selena. Let's
Okay,
see. Let's see if you know this bridge.
Oh, honey. Sweet love.
Need a B. Bridge.
There's no stronger love in this world. Oh, baby, no, you're my man, I'm your girl. I'll never go, wait and see, can't be wrong. 'Cause you know this is where you belong. Oh, sweetly, oh, lovely, baby.
Yeah.
Stay with me, come, never leave, I believe. All that you need.
Yes, Lord.
Stay with me, 'cause baby, I believe in this love. Sweet love, hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame, I'm in love. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way.
Okay. All right,
2 points.
2 points. She keep the score over there. All right, then this is our last one. Let's see if you know this bridge. Let's see.
Oh, come on now.
I stay ready.
You know.
Take it to the bridge.
Baby, if you give me just another chance, oh baby, can show you love, more love, promise to be true. You don't never have to worry. No.
Treat you right.
Baby, I miss you.
Baby, I miss you.
No.
Yes, Lord.
Baby, I'll do what I gotta do.
I know what I need, and I need you, baby. Yeah.
What I gotta do.
Oh.
I don't need no one but you.
My knees, begging you, please. I'm so sorry.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, baby. Don't play with me. Faith
got
is my
chills.
girl.
Ooh,
That's my
Lord.
song.
Chills.
Make some noise, Syleena Johnson. Take it to the bridge edition. killed that thing.
I think she's the reigning champ.
She is the reigning champ.
I did get 3 points.
I believe you're the reigning champ because you committed.
I did. You want something competitive?
You committed though on that front porch too. That was amazing.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
So good.
Front punch was so
I kind
fun.
of feel like, just like when we sound crazy, you will be responsible for really taking front porch to the next level.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Because that performance was crazy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that experience? The front porch experience.
You know, first of all, Nucci is dope. Nucci is an artist too, and I love the fact that, you know, we are just doing what we need to do to create and be artistic and expand in our platforms. And we're not caring about what nobody says we can or cannot do.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's hard out here being an artist. I think he created a platform that is, again, focused on the music. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's dope. He's a dope MC. And so I ain't gonna even lie. I feel like some of these platforms, i.e. Tiny Little Disc, I think they're not really tapping into a lot of artistry. It's too much rejection. Like I love Colors, but Colors is in Germany. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have any Black platforms for Black artists to be. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go there and do the very best I can, which I'm going to say, I'm not trying to say, oh, because I'm the bomb, even though I am. But
You are.
it was easy for me to do because I was already on tour. So the show that you saw is pretty much the show that it was like a condensed version of the tour. It wasn't difficult. The sound was great. And I love how afterwards they do the post-production. So they could do the mixing and the mastering and the visuals.
Sound like something.
Right. You know, so it was well done, great team. And I wanted to put my all into our platforms. You know, we don't take our stuff and be like, I'm gonna give my very best. You gotta treat that like it's Tiny Desk. You gotta treat that like you going to the president's
SNL.
right. Everything that is Black owned, Black promoted, Black push, Black foundation, we have to be just as adamant about being our best selves like we would on white platforms.
That's right. That's right.
Sick of it.
Because we don't have that many, like you
We
said.
don't. Remember, we used to have BET Soul, BET, we used to have Soul, BET Soul, we used to have Rap City, 106 in Park, MTV Unplugged, TRL.
Yep.
We used to have all these things where you could see performances, or if not performances, at least music videos.
Yeah.
And not just on YouTube, but we would go and get ready, set, go to sit in front of the TV and wait for them. So I think it's a disservice that our younger generation doesn't have that experience like we had. You know
And
what I'm
live
saying?
performance too, because
Right.
we were singing the Showtime at the Apollo theme earlier too. And it's
Apollo,
like,
right.
I mean, artists you saw for the first time on the Apollo stage, waiting up till 1
Absolutely.
a.m. to watch it.
Yes. I was on Apollo.
Yeah.
Too fun. And I was a national recording artist, but I was still very nervous, like, oh, this is the legendary Apollo. You know what I'm saying? So we just need to have more stuff.
In your opinion, what happened to kind of take a lot of those platforms that we once had away? Like what do you think went left?
Social media. It started with Napster, LimeWire, those kind of things, making it accessible for people to just get whatever they, the access. There's so much access, we can get things. So that's first. Now we don't got to buy music. And then second, so now we have to buy music. So that forces artists to have to find ways to promote themselves live, and connect with people. So now we have to use, at the time, I won't tell my age, but at the time it was MySpace and Black Planet and stuff like that. I think Soulja Boy blew up on MySpace.
Yeah.
So we had to use social media now. We use social media, the very thing that kind of started the demise of the music business, the business part of the industry. We use social media as artists to kind of get, y'all want to use it to take from us? We're going to get into it to kind of bring back to ourselves.
Yeah.
And so now with Instagram and YouTube and all this other stuff, nobody needs to see live performance shows anymore, so they say, because they could just go on YouTube or go on your page. I used to go, I was going live during this pandemic every 15 seconds and performing. So they're getting it that way. But still, it's not the same when you have like a Saturday Night Live and you sit and wait for the performance and it has all the bells and whistles and the person is like, or war shows, you're nervous. You're nervous to go out. The art of performing. When we watch Michael Jackson moonwalk.
Yes.
When Whitney Houston and them, they just would stand still and give a song and that was enough.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not doing that on social media. You ain't seeing lights and cameras. You can't do that on social media. I mean, you can, but it ain't the same.
That's what frustrates me the most about award shows, because I don't like them very much anymore.
I hate them. They make me sick to my stomach.
They've lost that point.
They're trash.
Obviously, there's the awards ceremony part of it. That's a whole nother debate. But the opportunity on national television for artists to do their best uniquely has been lost in the process. Even the way this is really detailed, even the way they're produced and processed now.
Absolutely.
There's a thing we do now where we almost like, the whole thing feels like auto-tune. So there's no dynamics, there's no loud
the
and
microphones
soft.
got auto.
It's
They got
auto-tune on the mics.
Yeah.
So you don't get like, oh, this person has a powerful voice versus this person with a soft voice. This person is really, and my biggest thing is that I don't think award shows should be in arenas.
Ooh.
Yeah, because the arenas don't sound good.
They don't sound good.
Absolutely don't.
And it's still a show for the people in the room who deserve to be celebrated, and those at home. All the performance, Michael Jackson, Whitney, those were in theaters.
Correct.
Yeah.
Where you can see the people. So not only are they working for the TV, but they have to get the people in the audience to stand up.
Yes.
Yep.
So you get that fire of, now Whitney Houston's going to sing to the back of the room.
Listen.
Yeah.
And what do y'all think about this last BET Awards? That shit was in a garden or something. I turned on
the Soul Train.
Soul Train. Flowers and shit. Or was that Soul
that
Train?
was a little underwhelming.
I said, what in the world is this?
A little
The
too
people
creative.
the budget didn't got so slim that the people is down to the backyard.
Just in the garden.
That was actually Pharrell Williams' old home. Yeah.
I
no.
wasn't crazy about that.
I love me some Pharrell Williams, but no ma'amula and no sir.
But see, I also think that you talked about access earlier. I think we have too much access. I mean, social media, there's lots of pros, but there's lots of cons as well. Back in the day when we watched award shows, that was probably the first time we were seeing an artist after like 6 months. I mean, they weren't if you didn't have the money to go see them when they came to your city.
You didn't see it.
You might see them on Jay Leno. You might see them on Soul Train.
Yeah.
Now it's just like they telling all their business. So by the time they get to the award show, it's just like,
Yes.
Yeah.
And you might not even like them no more.
right.
You might not like them.
Usually
Because
don't.
you connect, you might be, see back in the day too, or just in general, you're connecting with records they didn't write.
Yeah.
Right.
So you ain't connecting with them.
Yeah.
That's so true.
But then when they talking to you, you like, that ain't got shit to do with the song. Who is this person?
Right.
And that happens a lot.
It does happen a
But
lot.
songwriters, you can connect to what they're actually saying.
We sound crazy.
She gave everything to the industry, and she thought she'd be a big success story.
Monsters in the Closet.
I love the sound of this record.
Yeah.
It sounds thick and organic like your voice. I love
Thank
that.
you very much.
What's the story behind Monsters in the Closet title?
Monsters in the Closet was the first record that I recorded right after my father died. And since the pandemic, I mean, I was in therapy since R&B Divas. That's when I started therapy, you know, because I did Fix My Life during, first we did therapy on R&B Divas. It was me and my sisters. And then we did Fix My Life, Young Love Von Zon's Fix My Life. And so then I had the same therapist and I kind of continued, but then I kind of lost touch. Monsters in the Closet touches on mental health. So top of the pandemic, 2020 is when I started therapy strong with Love McPherson. And I was in a session, and this was after my father died, right after my father died. And I was going through this I was going through this thing where I had this real bad anxiety. Like it was with track shows. When I tell you I'll be backstage about to cry, I did not want to go out there. I just did not want to go. I was in debilitating fear. You know, I just did not know why. I couldn't get on the stage. And I think because when you're with your band, you're with people. So you kind of feel protected in a way. You don't feel like you're not really doing it by yourself. So track shows, you have to go out there and you have to entertain these people. Sometimes you don't know what kind of crowd this is. And it was just scary. So I'm telling her, what that process is like. And she goes, Selena, you're going to be fine. There are no monsters in your closet. And I was like, girl, that's a song. But I kind of, we broke it down more, and it really boils down to, remember when you were a kid and, the closet be cracked?
Yeah.
And then, but the light be kind of on, or maybe not.
Yes.
But, black kids, we not to get up and go to no damn closet and be like, whoa, this is peculiar. Let me investigate. We're going to go, oh, y'all in the closet tripping? I'm going to sleep. I'm putting the cover over my head, and y'all do what y'all going to do. If there's monsters in there, have at it.
I don't want to know.
If I'm going to die, I'm going to die under these covers.
I don't want to know.
But when you think about it, that's kind of what we do as adults in our life. We see that there's trouble. We see that there's something we need to really deal with, when we really should just get up, go to the closet, open it up. Our parents did it. We're like, no, there's nobody in here. Look, Johnny, there's nobody in here. We need to do that for ourselves, but we don't do it. So Monsters in the Closet, I decided also too to just blow the whistle on how the industry is. It's trash, and not trash. Some of it is very good. Some of it is awesome. We live well. We get to be in our craft. We get to connect with our fans. It's music. But the bridge, quote unquote, no pun intended. The bridge says, and I can't sit here and be quiet about how shit really be. It's eating me inside, and I can't hide how it has hurt me and my family. This music heals me, but the business takes from me. It stole my peace, shook my belief. It took my daddy away from me. So zero fucks given, just transparency. Like, yo, this is what the industry has done to me, and now I'm here picking up the pieces. Because it's not just the music business, it's what the music business creates around you.
Yes.
The music business is what it is, but you can't stop the people from being nuts around you, or the type of people that the music business attracts. You see what I'm saying? And you're thinking people are true to you and people are your friends and they're there for you. Meanwhile, they stabbing you behind your back. Managers, publicists, record people, there's a lot of people around you that are really the monsters. You know what I'm saying?
And they make you feel like you can't succeed without that necessary team of those monsters.
Absolutely.
All those gatekeepers.
And make you feel, and a lot of artists go through this, which is why a lot of artists start to self-medicate. And this is why a lot of them be on drugs and be alcoholics and drug addicts, because it gets so overwhelming. It's so much stress that you don't know what to do to regulate your emotions. Because most of the time when you're around people, if you're not solid with who you are, when you're around people, an artist will diminish so that others won't feel, oh, she thinks she the shit, or she is a diva and a bitch, or he ain't shit because he didn't give me this, that, this, that, and the third. And as artists, we're just trying to balance all of the emotions that are in the room.
You feel everything.
Because we're empaths.
Yes, you feel everything.
We're artists. We're empaths. So it's our job to be able to feel. That's how we create.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so imagine someone having to always, all the time, you don't know what's what. You on eggshells. So instead, I had to teach myself that, bitch, I'm here. This lit. You're going to get all this here talking, and if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. And then if I feel that, because that's a good gift, the discernment. If I feel that you are the fool, then I will start to listen to myself instead of trying to win you or make somebody like you. It's this person might be the fool. I'm just not fucking with that.
And that's the beauty of getting older too. Is because a lot of people are scared. I enjoy the wisdom.
I enjoy it.
I love knowing how to create boundaries.
Yes, boundaries
and
are so fun.
Choose your peace as opposed to like hoping it'll land on you sometime.
Correct.
So you start to realize I'm not wasting my energy on that, on you, on this, because my peace matters too much.
It has to. Or the people will put you up under this grave.
100%.
They'll put you in the grave.
Selena, I want to talk about your journal line. And we're talking about mental health and just talk to us about this journal line you're starting.
So I started a journal company with my sister Celeste Du Bois. It's called thejournalboutique.com. Well, it's called the Journal Boutique, but it's the _journalboutique.com. And so we create journals to match people's personality, attitude, mindset,
That's cool.
their life. You know, if you're an artist, like mine is an artist's journal. And so it has pictures of me, of course, and then it has like different sayings about music and how to stay inspired in music. I feel like journaling is really, really important. And I know we don't have, busy people don't have time all the time to journal, but it's something about old school, opening up a journal, writing down your feelings. It's almost like you talked to someone. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if we can get back to that, there'll be a lot of self-healing and self-regulating that we can do. Because like sometimes if I'm having a time and I go into my journal and I write it down, I feel like I talked to somebody.
Right.
Yes.
And then after you come out like, And then sometimes too, like, I don't know if you've ever been to therapy. Have you ever been in therapy and the therapist just be looking at you the whole time? And you talking down, but you be like, I feel better. Because you've listened to yourself. You're not dumb. So you like, oh, that's a fool. The whole time you thinking, oh, I'm crazy. Oh, no, that was dumb for me to say. So they don't really have to say anything. A lot of times we need to sit and listen because a lot of that is the Holy Spirit trying to minister to you anyway.
Yeah. Journaling changed my life because it allowed me to see how I think and how I process stuff. Once you write it down and read it back, it makes it real for me.
Right.
And I can just hear myself and
you're a writer
listen
too. You're a songwriter. That's what makes you so great as a songwriter.
Yeah. COVID forced me to start journaling. I went and got me one of them old school composition books.
Okay.
Ooh.
Plus,
started writing it out.
They're getting rid of writing, period.
Right.
So you know that it's probably a power that you should probably embrace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Esther Roll
Award.
I can feel him moving, moving, moving. I can feel him moving, 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 moving on the altar of my heart. Every now and then.
But looking at my rollies by the time for the Esther, that's Esther Roll. Esther Roll Black
Soror.
Excellence Award. Irby, that's right. Soror, that's right. So
Phil, no, that's why he put on.
D9, baby.
you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where we nominate and celebrate someone who doesn't always get the flowers they deserve for their amazing contributions in our business. And like you said, a lot of it is crazy and messed up, but there's still some silver linings.
Yeah,
and some
it
good
is.
people and good things.
I'm sitting with good people.
Likewise.
Every last one of you guys are in the music business, and y'all the reason why we holding on. We still, listen, I'm in so many nights I have called Phil like, let me tell you, this motherfucker gonna say, So you need him, and shout out to John Murray as my other,
John said he saw your City Wine show. I spoke to him the other day.
He did.
And he said it's the best show.
Yeah, he sure did.
The best show he's seen from you ever.
Yeah, he came in the back and he was like, you do know you went 25 minutes straight without stopping. All of my hit records. It was almost orgasmic. I said, John. He was like, no, it was all of the records that I've been asking for, because that's all they care about is his songs.
He wants to hear his songs.
All of my songs. I was like, well, I was trying to switch it up, John.
Shout out John Murray. He's also
John.
good people. Good
Yes.
people. But let's open to the floor,
So, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I just feel like this project that we've been listening to songs off your project, and I just feel like that's a Irby to a great legendary person.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say literally nominate Syl Johnson, your dad, because last time, remember, you got the Irby Award.
Yeah.
So to me, your father did so much, and in the spirit of legacy and this new project,
Yes.
I put the nomination on the table for Syl Johnson.
Me too.
Yep.
I second that.
I third it.
Agreed.
You guys are going to make me cry, but I'm not going to do it. No.
Nah, he deserves.
Yeah, it's well deserved.
And we all do, but we really truly hope that the world understands, receives, and blows this album up.
Yeah.
I'm going to receive that in the name of Jesus.
Yes, because people need to know, hear, and rediscover.
Both of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And aren't you guys tired of people giving flowers once people die?
Yes.
How do we fix that?
We're trying. That's a big part of why we started this. And that's a big part of why we honored you. You're one of the first Irby recipients.
I like being first.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not first, you're last.
One of the
Ricky Bobby.
One of the first, but we're chipping away. I mean, it seems like it's a snail's pace, but things are changing. Things are changing, and I feel like this is a process of doing that with the Irby and this and what you're doing, and more people that have legacy like you are should be turning into music, turning into new art.
Well, I'll say this. Right here in this room, sitting on this couch, the power on this couch
Yeah.
can do a whole award show if they wanted to.
We could.
The power on this couch could create anything in business, in music business that they wanted to. You do realize the type of giants you are, don't you?
Wow.
No, I'm dead serious.
Why I get nervous?
I mean, you're sitting all here humble and carrying on, and it's cute and all.
I'm like, what?
But the true tea is, if I was like a new artist, literally I'm in a room to fucking win. Like if I was sitting right here, literally the songs that you've written,
the business,
the two of
songs.
you, it's nuts. The hits that this man has been responsible for.
To
I
this
mean,
day.
come on, guys.
Yeah.
You guys,
No, you're right.
I want you to really know that, yes, We Sound So Crazy is a podcast that is simply the beginning of a catalyst that can be created, that can be so out of here. I mean, I see so many things with this brand. You guys have the power to do whatever you want because that's how much tenure you have in this business and knowledge you have in this business. It's unheard of. I think you should start having like new artists.
We do have new artists, but we should have more.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to get new artists because they're looking at colors and things like that. But I think new artists, especially our people,
They looking at who now?
You know the game. It's like these teams.
They
it's
should
like,
be. Let me tell you something. They ought to be happy.
Yeah.
If I was a new artist and this show reached out to me,
yeah.
baby, I've been there. I don't give a fuck if I was in Denver. I'd be on the plane. Where y'all gonna be at? Afghanistan? I'll be there next week. You literally can write a whole record for them.
Yeah.
Put it out, promote it. You know all the people to make it go number one.
And there's
if
a
you
platform
wanted
to
to
perform.
Yeah.
And there you
Just
have it.
saying.
And they coming straight from
Coming from the source.
We got our
man.
marching orders.
right.
Got our march orders. Congratulations to Syleena Johnson, our winner this week
Yes.
for the
Yes.
Esther Roll Black Excellence Award.
Deserve.
Come on, Daddy. Still getting honored. as under the ground.
Before we wrap up, I want to say this because the industry is changing. We're talking about different spaces for music. Of course, the Beyonce record is opening up the conversation about country. But beyond that, I love the rediscovering of the middle of America and soul, because a lot of the industry is built around LA, Atlanta, New York. And what you do is 100% soul. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the next couple of years of touring for you is like.
Me too, child.
Be crazy.
Such a great conversation. It's always good seeing you, Selena.
Yes,
Every
likewise.
time.
Make sure you follow us on our platforms at We Sound Crazy and WeSoundCrazy.com.
Thank you, Visit Music City, for always holding us down.
And as you know, when we end the episode, we ask our illustrious guests to choose the song we go out with.
Oh my God. Black Balloon?
I'll take that because that's my
Black
jam.
Balloon. I'm gonna have a single. I gotta get all the spins I can. Help my radio run, guys.
Thanks again, Syleena Johnson.
Yay.
We Sound Crazy. See y'all
Until
next week. We
next
out of here.
time.
Peace.
Peace.
You can do anything, black balloon. You're just like a black balloon.
We sound crazy.